Welcome, everybody, to the Multiverse Podcast, episode 27. I'm your host, Jimmy, your Chaos, with my co-host, Warren or Cosmic, and my other co-host, Wes or Nemo, or whatever.
I lost. I can't hear anybody. Oh, no, I can now.
Holy, we're ascending.
Hold on.
It's Jimmy this time. It's not us.
Oh.
So, I have no clue what you guys said right there because I had the window open for the live stream and I got hit with a big fat ad and it was like blaring in my ears while we were talking. But welcome everybody to the live version of the Multiverse Podcast. We've got stuff to talk about today. We definitely are going to chime in on Captain America. I haven't seen it yet. You have, right? Yeah. So Warren's going to lead the way with that, but I've definitely been watching people on kind of what they're saying. I'm avoiding a couple certain spoilers, but it's not looking great. It's not looking great.
You know,
what
is the 57% on Rotten Tomatoes? It's better than that. Like,
is it?
Yeah.
All the reviews I'm seeing, if they're not, it's terrible or it's a very mid Marvel movie. It's not great. It's not crappy. It's just there. Would you?
You know what it is? Sorry, keep going.
Go ahead. Would you agree with that or no?
No, I would never call it a crappy film. I would say
no. They didn't say crappy. They said it's not crappy, but it's not great. It's just mid. It's just there. It just exists.
So, one thing that I said, I think we both said. I know I've said it many times in my own videos on the podcast. Going into this, I don't expect it to be a bad film. I didn't expect it to be like a great film or a fantastic film.
Right.
I think I was expecting it to be around like a 6.5 to maybe an 8, which I guess an 8 would kind of make it maybe like a great film, but I don't know. But that was like my, you know what I mean? Like between 6.5 and 8, like, and I think that's where it falls.
Where?
Probably right at the 7.
7.
I mean, that's a 1.5 gap. No, I think it falls right at a 1.5. It's a big hit in Korea right now. Like I have a lot of friends in Korea, and they're like, no, like everybody's loving it.
Why? Why would it be different?
Maybe that's just what people like in Korea. They love Red Hulk. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but one of the big things I heard, I'm not spoiling anything because I haven't seen it, is that you don't hardly get any Red Hulk. Like I've heard multiple times, what you saw in the previews and the trailers and the marketing is basically what you're getting, and if that sucks. If that's the case.
So it's exactly what you expect. It's exactly what you expect, right? I would say like, should I say or should I just be quiet?
No, I mean, if you're going to say something that's like you're fine. Go ahead. Just spoiler alert.
Do you want me to tell you how much the Hulk's in it? Red Hulk is in it?
I heard around like 5 minutes.
I like 8.
See that? I feel like that's a miss. I also heard that it should have been it had the vibes of a Hulk movie instead of a Captain America.
So it does feel like, well, no. So, okay. So first and foremost, I want to start off by saying like Anthony Mackie, I think, did an incredible job.
Okay.
I think it's one of those films where sometimes actors can only be as good as the script allows them to be, right?
Of course.
I think Anthony Mackie did an incredible job. To me now, he's Captain America, right? It's kind of hard to see before because, Cap is gone. And then like the Falcon and Winter Soldier, he goes through this whole thing. The super soldier serum. It's so funny. It's almost like meta fourth wall breaking sometimes talking about the super soldier serum. Cause like, it's a discussion in the movie. And there's even that clip online. And I'll say this cause it's online. Where he's like, I should have taken that serum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like
we're all saying you should have taken that serum.
Oh, we've all been saying that he should have taken that serum, right?
Do they use the film as a vehicle or is it more just like standalone?
That's another thing. I heard it like it's really weird because it actually closes chapters on a couple Marvel movies that you wouldn't think that it would like finish up. I don't know if I don't want to like spoil, but
I'm not. Yeah. So excuse me. I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anybody. But sorry, I just did the post.
It's all good. Welcome everybody in the chat. We see you. We see you. What's up,
Yes.
Prince, Chaz, Mix?
What's up, everybody? Yeah, I'm not gonna give any spoilers out, obviously, but to me, really what it came down to is it's so weird. I feel like this is usually the opposite. There's hand-to-hand combat that's not very good.
I heard that too. There's a couple fight scenes that are fantastic action sequence, and then there's other ones you're like, what is happening?
Right. So that's kind of the thing. It's like it's really funny that the hand-to-hand combat is kind of what suffers, like the scenes that suffer. And then there's some really good, like CGI scenes, like the Hulk and everything. Like it's fantastic, right? And there are a lot of really cool scenes, and they do tackle like a lot of things, like Tiamat, right? And Adamantium's really cool. Going back to a point that you made earlier, yeah, it almost feels more like a sequel to the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, if you haven't seen,
right. I will say, like, it does a good job at, like, you don't really have to watch anything previously. Obviously, it will help tremendously if you do, but they do a pretty good job at, like, kind of bringing you up to date, so like you're not totally and completely confused with it, you know what I mean? So
what was that, 10, 11, 12, 17 years ago?
It was a while ago, which is crazy.
That's weird to me. And I want to touch on what you just said about the fight stuff. I feel like how do you go backwards on that stuff? I mean, you remember and I know different directors and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a Marvel product, and you thumbs up or you thumbs down before it goes out the door. I mean, Shang-Chi had some of the best fight sequences hand to hand we've ever seen. Go back to Captain America. Which one was it where him and Black Widow were taking, or like going on this boat at the very beginning, and they were hunting down that one guy.
That was the Winter Soldier, wasn't it?
It was
the Winter Soldier. Yeah, at the very beginning. Those fight sequences, like him fighting that guy and just stuff like that, super smooth and fluid. How do you go backwards?
Well, see, like right here, John Steele. I give Cap 4 a solid B. And I think that's what I would give it as well.
Okay.
Maybe like a
yeah.
So, but I mean, no, to your
like new Marvel stuff.
What's that?
Like a B is pretty high compared to like other Marvel.
A B is.
So again, a lot of my friends in Korea are like, yeah, Marvel's back. I'm like, that's interesting, because they saw this 3 days ago. 3 days ago. Keep in mind. So like, I did a post-credit scene video yesterday, and some people were like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you doing it now? I'm like, guys, for like most of the country, the movie's out already. Like, and even in a lot of parts of America, you could see it yesterday. Like I did.
I'm going to watch it, and then I'm going to determine what our expectations are to say we're back. And then
that's why I was like, we're back. I was like, that's like pretty.
Are the expectations that low?
So that's movie? That's a big thing that I think is like, I think the expectations are pretty low for it. It does feel though, to me, more like what they've been saying, like old school Marvel, classic Marvel. Like it does. It actually does. And so I'm going to watch it again today, in like 3 hours. And, I want to kind of assess it a little bit more, because I've been thinking recently, I'm like, I love comedy. And I think most MCU movies have always had hints of comedy, no matter what, right? Like, Tony Stark is snarky, right? And he's got his attitude, but there are really serious movies in there, like Captain America, very serious movie, got really funny moments in it, right? It's not like Thor Love and Thunder, or it's not even Thor Ragnarok, because even Thor Ragnarok has a lot of jokes. The only difference is
Love and Thunder was slapstick.
Right, it was slapstick, and Love and Ragnarok, the jokes work, they hit.
It was a perfect balance,
and they work, and it was a good balance. But I would say like most MCU movies don't have, or prior didn't have that many jokes in it, and they were more serious. And that's what this movie did for me. I wanted Marvel to kind of start doing more serious things again, and that's what it did. It is quite predictable. And I think that's why, like, a lot of people think, oh, the plot is lacking. And I'm like, I don't know if it's lacking or if it's just very straightforward and you just already know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which you could say is a bad plot, and I would totally understand that. But to
people
me,
don't like all the twists and turns. Some people
don't. Or
yeah, some people don't.
Some people don't. Some people do. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Again, it kind of hit that mark for me where I was like, it's not going to be a bad movie, but it's probably not going to be like an amazing movie. And it was in between. It was like a pretty good movie for me. And it wasn't bad enough, I think, for anybody to be like, well, I mean, no, people are going to say it just because they're going to say it. But for people to be like, Marvel's done, like, this is true. Like, there are going to be people who say that, obviously. But I think the general masses are going to be like, yeah, this was like a pretty good movie. I liked it. It had some really good moments. It lacks when there's some bad CGI moments and there's some bad hand-to-hand combat. And yeah, you just want to be like, dude, like, how did you go from Shang-Chi to this? Like,
yeah. Sean says, to sum it all up, high budget 7th episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Ouch.
Oh, dang.
I mean, Wes, you haven't seen it, right?
No, I haven't seen it. I probably won't see it in the theaters.
I think the writing needs to be better.
Writing needs to be better.
There is kind of a moment in it that's kind of like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier when he's like, you need to do better. There's something kind of similar to that, and you're just kind of like, how could you do that after you got
That's what makes it a 7-ish movie. But a 7's a C. If you're doing a grade scale of out of 100 and you give it a 7, that's a C.
That's what I'm saying.
I agree with Wes. If it's a B, that's a pretty solid movie.
Yeah,
I think I actually do think it's a pretty solid movie. Hey, Cantina Talk, thank you for that super chat. See you in 2 hours. Great.
2 hours. Cannot wait. Yeah. Thank you for the love, Cantina. $4.99 super chat. We appreciate you. Before we move on, real quick, what do you think this does for Anthony Mackie's Captain America role and prominence moving forward into these big, massive movies?
I definitely think
Secret Wars.
Right. I definitely think it will, for a lot of people, solidify him as Captain America.
Okay. Well, that's what they were trying to do, I'm sure.
Well, right. And I think his performance was very, very good. Like, he did great. He really did. And I think people who might, like my mom, it's so funny. I know everything. My mom doesn't really keep up with this, obviously, right? And she was like, oh, there's a new Captain America movie. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but it doesn't have Chris Evans in it. I'm like, no. She's like, oh, well, I don't care. Like, she didn't even care who the new person was. She just cared that it wasn't Chris Evans. Right. Because she loves Chris Evans as Captain America. So she's like, she's still gonna go see it, right? But but I think there's, for like a lot of people who Chris Evans is their Captain America, this movie will help them accept Sam Wilson as their Captain America.
I mean, Chris Evans is my Captain America, so
everybody's Captain America.
I like Anthony Mackie, don't get me wrong, but I say grew up. I didn't grow up. I was an adult, but I took it all in as him as Falcon and the sidekick.
Right. Well, that's who he was. So yeah, but no, but I think this film will help a lot
people.
I don't want to
forward,
say
close doors, close chapters.
Move forward
until Chris Evans comes back as Hydra Captain America.
Gosh, they really need to do that, though. Can you imagine Sam Wilson having to fight his?
I want to see that
Hydra cap.
I want to see that suit.
This suit would be dope. Yeah,
this would be dope. All right.
Yeah, this would be really dope.
Avengers Doomsday filming starts in March. That's like really fast. And Secret Wars filming starts summer of 2026. I mean, I'm a little surprised that Doomsday. Yeah. I mean, okay, awesome. Stay on track. Stay on target. I mean, I'm good with it.
Everything seems to be going pretty smoothly, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. No delays is good as long as they're getting it right. Noah said, what did you think of the Accountant 2 trailer? I just want to touch on this really quick. Ashley loved the Accountant movie. She loves Accountant, like FBI forensic stuff. And the Accountant 2, we're definitely going to go watch that. Ben Affleck, and I think
I like the first one a lot.
John Bernthal is in it, isn't he? That's his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The Punisher's his brother in it, so that's going to be good.
All right. Pretty cool.
Concerns?
Wes, I'm sending you something, Wes. I want you to put on screen.
Oh, okay.
I thought this was really funny.
Concerns that we are going into an Avengers movie with no established Avengers, at least not like we had before. And then you got a tweet to reference from. I've seen people, I think including you, maybe it was you, Warren, I don't know, talking about
because I have concerns.
What's going on? Well, with Thunderbolts, where are all the New York-based heroes when Sentry's in there or the Void's in there or whatever, popping shadows on the sidewalk? Where's Daredevil? Where's Spider-Man? Where are all these people when New York is literally being cast into darkness? How do they explain that? Or do they not explain it? They just don't care.
They have to explain it somehow.
Where'd they all go?
Well, I mean, technically they're not there yet. Like, there is no official Avengers team. Yeah,
Daredevil's there.
Okay, but like, in all honesty, I love Daredevil. He's one of my favorite heroes. What's he gonna do? Like, what's anyone really gonna do?
Well, it's the same with the Thunderbolts. Right? What are any of them gonna do? Nothing.
Right. Well, no, and that's the big thing of the movie. It's just kind of like they're not superhero. Like, that was literally the last trailer. It's like no super, no powers, no nothing. It's like, you know what I mean?
Do they carry over Sentry, or do they one and done him?
No, they carry him over.
You think
so? They kill the Void. The Void and Sentry are not the same thing.
So you think Sentry is going to end up in Secret Wars?
Yeah, I think Sentry sticks around. He needs to stick around.
I mean, I would assume he would top the power level of the Avengers. I mean, he's above Captain Marvel.
Well, it depends, because how they kill the Void in the comics, or how originally how they get rid of the Void, is they wipe the memory of Sentry, Robert Reynolds, because he's in the beginning, it's like the Void is a projection of like the darker side of Sentry. So it's an actual different entity, right? Yeah. That they go on to reveal all this later on, but they erase the memory of Robert Reynolds of ever having become Sentry. Therefore, the Void goes away. So they could do something like that, and that like nerfs him a little bit, since he is like really OP. Like, I mean, he's turning people into dust shadows, right?
Yeah.
with his thoughts, right? And then you saw his telekinesis with Red Guardian. I mean, he's very overpowered.
Well, it showed a shot of the entire city like shadowed.
Right. That's and that's the Void side of it all, right? Yeah. So it's like he's very overpowered. I think he gets nerfed somehow. We'll have to see how they do that, but I think that happens probably in this movie, and then he just continues to, it's weird, because then in the comics it's like so many people are involved. Doctor Strange, the Fantastic Four.
Right.
So I mean, and to answer your question, Doctor Strange isn't there, Wanda's not there. Daredevil is, who knows what he's doing when this happens, but maybe he thinks, well, what the hell am I supposed to do?
I'm out
to this guy. He's on top of a skyscraper turning to people to die. How do I even get up there? Right?
I feel like Frank Castle would just go shoot him in the face and see what happens.
And who knows? I mean, we get his story in Daredevil Born Again as well, what he's been up to. So
Chaz says literally a scene of the Void ripping off Bucky's arm. So yeah,
right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll see.
All right. Here we go back to Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Rings of Power, huge time jump.
He goes,
how big of a time jump? Let me look at this. Jumping forward several years from the events of season 2, season 3 season 3 takes place at the height of the war, the elves and Sauron. That's exciting to me, as the Dark Lord seeks to craft the one ring that will give him the edge he needs with the war. So right now, we don't have the one, right? He crafted the 13 and the 7 and the 4 or whatever. Yet, Okay. So season 3 is going to be about the actual One Ring. And we're right in the middle of the War of the Elves and Sauron. I feel like if they do it right, that could be really good.
A part of me wants to believe.
I believe.
Part of me wants to believe that they've heard criticism about it being so slow, and they're like, why don't we just start it off in the war?
They watch every multiverse podcast, and every time you knock them,
they should.
They're like, you know what? That cosmic guy, we've got to make him happy. We've got to make him happy.
And you are right to do that, Lord of the Rings, because I am a man and I don't care. So go with that, Rings of Power, season 3, right into the blood and guts of battle.
It needs to start off like with a Helm's Deep style war. If it's going to be the War of the Elves and Sauron, it needs to start out just massive.
How many seasons are there planned? Like 7?
5. I think 5, right? Okay, that's what they signed on for, at least.
What are they trying to lead up to? Like,
you have to. I mean, you have to end with the war.
Are you? I know. I'm saying, are you taking it all the way to before the Fellowship? Not the Fellowship.
Right where the Fellowship starts. Right. The story that they tell in the beginning of the Fellowship, where.
Well, no. Would it the Fellowship, or would it be the start of the Hobbit?
the story that they tell in the beginning of the Fellowship of the Ring, where Sauron gets his hand cut off. That's where, to me, that's where it ends.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm excited. We'll see.
But and knowing that they're listening now, that is where.
Yeah, yeah, they're watching for sure. James Chavez says, "Finally watching you guys live. You're the best together. Not as fun when you're a man down." Appreciate that, James. That being said, Batman works Iron Man. All right, James. Sorry I read that. How can I donate to you guys?
W, James.
Wow, did that take a turn really quickly, huh?
I should have proofed that. I should have proofed that before I read it. I liked you, James, for about 12 seconds.
That's hilarious. That's awesome.
And you can donate by hitting the super chat button and saying Iron Man's the best. All right. Walter Goggins teases Fallout Season 2. Hey, did you put it on here? Before I forget, Wes, did you see somebody said the casting, who they were trying to cast for Dumbledore? Did you see I posted that?
I did, yeah. I put that. Wait, is that on? Yeah, John Lithgow, yeah.
Do what?
Was that John Lithgow reportedly in talks to play.
What do you think about that really quick? I did that to get a reaction out of you.
He was insane in The Crown. Like John Lithgow, famous actor. He's won multiple like Emmys and Oscar nominations. He's got a Lithgow. You've seen his face. You know the Trinity Killer?
Yeah, you know him, dude. Yeah, he would. Him.
Guys, all you had to do is say Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just think of him as a funny man, though.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, Dumbledore was a kooky person in the books. Like he was
right.
Kooky.
Yeah,
I like that. All right. I was hoping it was going to set you off, but apparently
the biggest thing. No, he would be a great choice. The biggest thing is always, in the book, it's Harry. Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? Then in the movie, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? It's so different in the book than it is in the movie.
Well, it's because you're reading words on a piece of paper. And then you're watching
no, it says he calmly asked Harry.
Dumbledore said calmly.
Dumbledore said calmly, Harry, did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?
You know what you two should do? You two should do a live stream where you read the books.
I read the books every year, so it's like, Yeah.
Walter Goggins teases Fallout Season 2.
Hold on, wait. Back to John Lithgow, okay? Time out. Okay. He's 79.
It's my fault. That's good.
It's going to be a 10-year project.
He's good.
Dude's going to be basically 90.
Yeah, Dumbledore's oldest concern.
Look at Harrison Ford.
Yeah, look at Sir Ian too.
Yeah, Ian McKellen.
You remember Richard Harris? Like he also are we going to deal with the situation of John Lithgow unfortunately passing?
Right.
Maybe have to find another
Dumbledore. Well, that's what they do.
Hopefully not.
Well, that's what happened, Jimmy, with Dumbledore in the movies.
Yeah. All right. Walter Goggins teases Fallout Season 2.
Walton.
He said, I thought Season 1 was extraordinary. This blows it out of the water. As long as they stick with the pace and the story and how they did Season 1, it's going to be we're just going to keep on rolling.
It's going to be heat. I can't wait.
Good. It's going to be good. Chat, are you excited for Fallout Season 2? Warren's never watched Season 1.
No, but just in general, with sequels, movies, shows, it's hard to do better. If you have a really good first one, it's really hard to do a better sequel. But
it's true. It's true. But if that sequel is better, then you've got something good on your hands. Well, think of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones got potentially better every season up to 5?
Yeah,
I think of the John Wick movies. John Wick movies to me are all on the same level to me. Like every time I see a John Wick movie, I'm like, that was freaking awesome.
Same could be said about Fast and Furious,
Oh,
no.
No. Okay, no.
New Minecraft trailer dropped. I feel like each one's getting a little better.
I do as well. Yeah.
I know we were very, very critical of the first
You guys were very critical.
I feel like it's getting a little better.
I mean, the first trailer wasn't much, to be honest. It was a weird vibe they gave off. But now it's gotten a lot better. Now I feel like it's more whimsical now. Even though it was kind of whimsical the first time. But no, I legitimately do think they're getting better as they go on, and I'm getting more excited for the movie. What about How to Train Your Dragon live action? New trailer dropped for that as well. That was dope. How do you
I haven't seen the animated.
Well, that's why you don't care. You should watch it. It's an amazing movie. It
All
really
right,
is.
I don't really like the story, but I've seen the animation from the movie, from the original, and then seeing it live action, it looks really good.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list. Prince, is anybody excited for Human Torch coming to Rivals? I haven't played Rivals in like 3 weeks. Not because I don't want to, just because I haven't had time to. Did you guys know Peter and Kitty dated in the Ultimate? Peter dated everybody.
Oh, wait. While we're doing this, I forgot to put this on screen for Warren.
Yeah,
dude always looks like he knows something about.
It's
yeah, he does.
About you, he should
definitely does. Always looking like he's hiding something. All right, we talked about John Lithgow. HBO confirms season 3 of House of the Dragon. Of course, we'll start with the Battle of the Gullet. Battles, guys. This is it.
Dude, that's what we wanted for 3 seasons.
3, start off with war, blood, ash, fire, cinder, dragons,
brimstone.
Yes, brimstone, all that good stuff. That's all you got to do. If you will start out hot in the first 10 minutes, you could even do a little world building, story building in like episode 2, whatever, episode 3. But if you start off with the snooze fest, you lose people like Warren.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of shocking to me that people are just kind of like realizing people don't just want to watch people talk on screen all the time. Like,
no, the good directors and good story writers figure out how to do the story building while also captivating the penguin. That's a perfect example. John Steele with a $5 super chat. Sorry guys at work, but I'm enjoying the episode. Well, we enjoy you, John. I don't know what the 10 means on that. What does the 10 mean?
This 10th super chat, I think.
What? Here or just in general?
No, here.
Really? If that's the case,
that's the amount of money that John has spent.
Thank you, John. You're awesome.
Oh wow! So you can get exposed on that. You got somebody that like spends a lot on streamers, like super chat, and then you have like a $1,823 thing pop up on it or something.
that would be the end for no. It says right there. Let's celebrate their 10th super on a live
live stream.
Oh,
he has done 10 supers.
Thank you, John. Have a great day at work. That's what I was going to say.
Invincible is a perfect example of what Jimmy said. I haven't watched Invincible, but I know it gets like perfect ratings. I'm assuming it's got the right amount of action, story building, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's just a lack. It's just a lack of momentum, I would say. And
I like that word.
About things like Rings of Power and stuff, like it just falls flat so much. There's like, and then when you do finally start to build a little momentum and it feels like you're building up to something, it's like more right. Yeah.
like the end of House of the Dragon season 2. Oh my God.
Sure. Yeah, I watched that totally.
Oh, well, Wes knows what I'm talking about.
Unfortunately.
All right. Last of Us HBO series will only be 4 seasons. I'm completely okay with that. It's good.
Yep.
I mean,
have you watched it?
I have, and most of the time I felt like it dragged on.
Really?
Yeah. I felt like most of the episodes could have been a lot shorter. Like the episode where they're showing us Nick Offerson and then the other guy.
Yeah.
When the two guys together.
What's funny is that wasn't actually game canon.
I thought it wasn't, but I thought that was a really good episode.
I thought it could have been a lot shorter, is the thing. Okay. I don't think they should have skipped the story, but I felt like I was just sitting there a lot. Okay. And that story could have been told in maybe 10 minutes quicker and then got into something else. Because to me, I was like, I get it. I understand the art of it, right? Like these two guys finding each other in the midst of all of this thing, like, and blah, 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 blah. They die together. It's beautiful. Yeah, I get it. I didn't need to see 45 minutes of it. You could have told me that in 25 minutes and showed me it, right? And it would have still had the same impact on me, but I would have felt better about the overall episode because I wouldn't have been, sitting there sometimes for just such a long time waiting for something to happen.
And I think that was mainly for like fans of the game, because like that wasn't like that story was never told in the game. Like throughout the game, like
for the fans of the game,
because it
expands on the story of the character that was really short lived in the game.
I thought it was a really good, just in its own bubble story. To be honest with you, I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, that's the kind of the thing. It's like this is its own in the bubble story, and I want to know the overall story of The Last of Us and get back to the main people. Like, can we just tell the story, tell it quicker, get back to the main people? Like, it's the momentum thing, right? Like you're building momentum, and then you're like, halt. We're gonna talk about these other two guys for a bit,
right?
And like give them a whole episode, and I'm like, why? Like,
it was a bit weird how they did it. Like I will say, like if you play the games, pretty much every other episode was like to the T. Like we're talking like same pacing, same like they hit the big narrative beats. But that episode was it deviated, but I think there was a couple others that deviated as well. But I thought it was a good episode. But yeah, no, I see where your point is. Like,
what's up, Justin?
In the game, like you saw the dude and like, yeah, it's way faster.
Yeah, I've never played the games, but
speaking of seasons, really quick, do you guys like the whole? Oh, we've got season A, and then it stops, and then we have a mid-season break, and then we go do the second half of the season. Or isn't it like Cobra Kai, like 3 parts to a season? Like you get
into today, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you get like season 2 is split in half.
Isn't that what they did for Stranger Things?
They did, and I thought it was really effective because like it kept the hype. You know what I mean? Like Netflix is all about the binge. You know, like we just release everything at once, boom, call it a day. But they started doing like the 2-parters, so like I mean, it forces people to continue to stay subbed. Like it is a good strategy on their part, but that gap is a little bit like annoying for some people. Like some people will only watch the first part and not touch the second part.
I think it just depends. I think it depends on like, are you a person who likes to binge things, or do you like weekly releases because it makes you more excited? Because that's like,
I take it as they give it to me.
Both.
I'm good either way, I guess.
Yeah.
I like to watch them all at once. Or sorry, I like to have the option to watch them all at once, right? Because sometimes you just can't sit there and watch, 10 episodes that are hour, 10 minutes long each. But I don't like when it's like, oh, I waited a little bit for something to come out and I like binged a bunch, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done, but now I have to wait a week to get 2 more episodes, and then a week after that. Like I'd rather have the option to finish them all at my own pace, but the suspense for waiting weekly, like for the Penguin, that was like very like, oh, I can't wait till Sunday when the Penguin comes out. That was
the marketing perspective as well. Like Creature Commandos probably wouldn't have been as successful if it didn't come out that week to week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the same for other shows as well.
I agree. All right. Andy Serkis says Matt Reeves told him the story for the Batman Part 2, and he's excited.
He's so excited for it.
Yeah.
Woo.
See you in 3 years.
Yeah, we'll get Batman Part 2 in like 2029. So stupid.
Do we get the Brave and the Bold before that? Before Batman 2?
The other Batman before
Batman
that?
Part 2 and then Brave.
Whatever.
I just want Batman movies.
Yeah. All right. It's hit or miss time.
I will say, Jimmy, we're still getting Batman movies and not Iron Man movies.
True.
Not getting any more Iron Man movies at the moment. You talk your crap, and then when we get this soft reboot, watch us get a new Iron Man movie.
Oh, I totally believe we'll get a new one.
Another trilogy, bro. Hello?
Yeah. No, they need to do a new Iron Man for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Okay. All right. Hit or miss time, guys. Let's get it. Yeah, so put hit or miss in the chat.
Breakdown
interactive. Let's
play with us. Play with us, chat.
Okay, hit or miss.
Whoa, hey, no, I don't know.
Play the game with us, chat.
Okay, hit or miss. Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. From what we've seen,
I haven't watched the movie, but from what I've seen, it's a hit.
It's Harrison Ford, and
yeah,
I hear
he's having fun with it.
I hear all the interviews, and we talked about this before. I don't remember. Oh, he's old. He's old. That's what we were talking about today. Yeah, he's old. He's old. And I've seen all the behind the scenes interviews, and they're like legit concerned with him sometimes because they're like, all right, we're gonna do this scene, like, all right, we'll do like a stunt double, and he's like, no, I got it. Let me do it. Blah blah blah. It's like, dude, you're like in your 80s, like, chill out. But
he's like,
everything I've seen,
tell you're 90.
Yeah, right. Everything I've seen basically says that he just had like so much fun doing it, and Red Hulk's really cool. You know what I mean? Like y'all will see when you watch me. Like Red Hulk is really cool, and it's Harrison Ford, man. Like he's really cool too. He's awesome.
Yep.
Heck yeah. Okay. Hit or miss. Smart glasses.
I've never tried them.
I'm gonna say a miss because I remember the Google Glass.
The Google Glass
failed. That was a huge fail. Look at the red on that.
That's orange, Jim.
This is red.
That's red.
This is as vibrant as it's ever been. Look at that popping.
Neon.
That's great.
I don't know. I've seen the commercials with the 2 Chris's in it, right? Pratt and Hemsworth.
Yeah, no, Google glasses are a miss.
I want to say a miss because I'm never just like Goggles said there. I've never tried them, but I don't have the urge to.
That's a miss.
I'm not gonna walk around.
They missed you. They missed your money. They're not getting it.
Yeah, there you go.
Until like 5 years from now, when Apple does like a really small,
No. Now, if somebody does a Google contact lens, I may try that out.
Because you're getting linked up, bro.
Yeah, Neuralinked in.
Yeah, and they have a Google brain chip that you can get inserted.
Well, I mean, Elon's got that. They've got that in the dude that's quadriplegic, and he's like playing video games with his brain.
I could still beat him in a 1v1.
Right? He's a quadriplegic.
1v1 Rust, buddy. I got you.
All right.
Okay. Hit or miss. Luka on the Lakers.
Oh, that's a huge hit. It's already playing out as a hit. They're having fun. They're getting ratings. People are watching. Poor Anthony Davis got hurt in his debut at Dallas, which that GM's got to be just like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my job. The team. Okay. So if Anthony Davis, really quick, if Anthony Davis doesn't get hurt, Mavs, it's not a bad trade for this year. Mavs can contend. Anthony Davis can, with Kyrie Irving in their bench, could go and potentially maybe make the finals. But in long term, the Lakers knocked it out of the park. They just got their next guy. I mean, you go Kobe, Shaq, you go LeBron, and now LeBron's on the way out soon. Luka's the face of the franchise for the next 10 years. Killed it.
Yeah, but he did get hurt.
Anthony Davis got hurt, yeah.
Right, yeah, but he did get hurt. So, I mean, hopefully he's, for them sakes, for the GM's sake, he's not out for long.
Oh, it's bad over there. People are putting up signs they want Nico fired, the GM, and they're kicking those people out of the game. That's
it happens, man. I mean, look at I'm a Cowboys fan. Look at Dak. Like the money they gave him.
Did he just wake up and just be like, all right, I choose violence today. Let's trade Luka. We just went to the NBA Finals.
Just out of nowhere. The memes, you know what the meme that I've seen the most is of Iron Man and Captain America, where it's LeBron. Like, did you know? Did you know? He's like,
it was so funny watching the interview with the GM and then Jason Kidd, the head coach. And Jason Kidd, you just sit there and stare at his face, and you can tell he's like, what a dumb mother effer. And he's like, and the GM's like, yeah, J Kidd didn't know until the day it happened, but we're on the same wavelength, and he knows I know what kind of guys he's like. And you could just see Jason Kidd's face like, bro, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a hit. It was a hit.
Okay.
Yes, Noah. Yes, Noah. Dak had potential the very first.
Dak's done.
He's his debut, but he is done. That's the thing, and he's like the highest paid court. It's like crazy. Done. I'm like, and I'm a lifetime Cowboys fan, and I'm just kind of like, I think we need to get Dak out of here. But anyways, moving on. I could talk about that for a while, so let's just move on.
Right. Just know that you're not a Minnesota Vikings fan. You don't know pain. Okay, hit or miss.
Oh, a Dallas Cowboy fan definitely knows your pain,
dude.
Hey, we've at least won.
How many championships does the
that's 20-something years ago.
One of the most.
How many playoff wins in the last 15 years for Dallas? Look that up and tell me.
How many playoff wins in the last 15 years for Minnesota?
The Vikings have gotten playoff wins.
Yeah,
but they've never ever won a Super Bowl. They've never won a Super Bowl.
Zero Super Bowl wins. Most winningest team in the history of the NFL.
And again, I'm pretty sure the wins that playoff wins we have in the past 15 years is 2.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 from there. Now it's
all right. We're a Star Wars podcast, not a sports podcast.
Hit or miss. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Expectations.
It's a hit. It's freaking Tom Cruise. Final Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I'm farming greens right now, guys. I'm sorry.
When did Mission Impossible 1 come out? How long ago was that?
First one? Oh, dude.
You talk about dedication to a franchise.
Right? I mean, if it works. The first Mission Impossible movie, 1996.
Wow. Wow. I thought it was early 2000s. That's wild.
This is a big deal. We should be celebrating this one.
Yeah,
I mean, they're amazing movies, right? They're crazy good movies. Like, I think to me, it's true entertainment. Like, it's just great entertainment.
It's one of the last true action stars.
I have to bring it as fun.
He is
Ocean. Did you guys see the
I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, and the plane one too. The guy's crazy, and I love it.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I like about him too? Like he's not afraid to play just like other interesting roles, like he does in Tropic Thunder. Les Grossman, like the character that he plays, so good.
Yeah, dude, this dude has lived a life. Crazy. Did you see the one where he was on? It was Mission Impossible, and he jumped across the building, and, like snapped his ankle, and kept the scene going.
Kept the scene. Oh, dude, I mean, the final, the last movie star we'll ever have.
Action movie star, yeah.
Action movie star,
yeah. Doing his own stunts and stuff. Yeah.
Here we go. Hit or miss. The Witcher franchise.
Games or movies? Or the whole thing?
I haven't played the games and I haven't watched the series, so I can't really like comment. It's not because I don't want to. I haven't had the time to dedicate to something that big.
I think it's a hit.
No, it's a hit for Wes.
I think it's a hit, but the quality decreased the longer it went on. I think for both the games and the
Orange is
the game's
actual green.
The game's like Witcher 3 is the best game ever.
Best game ever
of all time. Yeah.
Best game of all time.
The greatest video game of all time. The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt is the greatest video game of all time.
Played Witcher 3.
It is.
What's number 2?
It's tough. For me, it's like Ocarina of Time, probably.
I was gonna say you were really big on the latest Zelda game.
Yeah, so it kind of shifts between Zelda Breath of the Wild and Ocarina of Time.
Well, yeah. Okay.
I loved Majora's Mask too, probably as much as I loved Ocarina of Time.
And same. Like it's those 3 games. Like whatever day you get me is like
right. Yeah,
that's you say Witcher 3 is better than Red Dead 2 as a game?
Yes, it is objectively better. Yeah.
Okay. Big words. All right.
Yeah. Red Dead 2 is amazing. That's also a top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, hit or miss Succession.
Oh, it's a hit. It's really good.
Farming Dreams. See, I thought
one
of you guys might have not liked Succession. Frick.
Hey, we're all for positivity here.
No, that's about to change.
I don't ever look at the thing.
I just looked.
Yeah, he always does. I see his eyes drift off all the time. I'm like, yeah, he looks.
I have the chat here, but
he pre-watched. Okay, hit or miss.
Right. Well,
the Kendrick Lamar halftime show.
Oh, Jimmy didn't like it. I thought it was great.
No, it wasn't. It was not. You can't subjectively sit there and say it was a good Super Bowl halftime show because it wasn't. You couldn't understand. It was a good rap concert. It was not. I mean, most people didn't even know what he was saying. Didn't even know
that. Okay, so
those songs.
Hold
on. Those songs aren't mainstream. Yeah. None of his stuff is mainstream. I'm not saying he doesn't have his followings and
not
he's
like
huge.
This is not mainstream.
Did you hear the whole crowd?
Hold on. Let me get to that.
Okay.
Let me get to that. Super Bowl performers should be ones that have a catalog that have like exceeded. You could pop out 10 songs and they're all known by everybody. He doesn't have any of those. The only thing he had to go off of was teasing his diss track, and then his diss track was the main thing of the show. That was not a good Super Bowl show. Subjectively, it was not.
So I would
say understand what he was saying. His songs, literally every other word is a cuss word, so they were all beeped, and you couldn't even understand anything that was being said. It was boring, it was dull, and then you got your little payoff when he said A minor. That was it. It wasn't good.
No, I mean, I knew
all Super Bowl show I've ever watched.
No, I knew every song that he played. Every song. And he's had big ones like Humble. He played Humble and DNA. Squabble Up. Yeah, he played. The thing is, he played like 3 or 4 songs from his new album. So if you didn't catch his new album,
I don't mind Kendrick Lamar. I don't mind his music at all. I tell you, for a Super Bowl halftime show, it was not good.
But you realize like a month ago he won like 7 Grammys. Like you can't say he's not mainstream. He is. It may not be mainstream to you, but I think for a lot of people,
a lot of people.
I am going to back it up. But I'm going to back it up because like if you take into account who attends a Super Bowl, then I would probably say, yeah, like half the people probably had no idea what was going on. I followed all of the Drake and Kendrick stuff. I get super into that stuff because I really do love rap.
I think your performances when you pick for the Super Bowl should be where they've kind of like reached that upper echelon of.
I agree with you on that. Like you know, if you
let's be real, all anybody cared about was is he gonna call out Drake? Is he gonna?
And he did. He looked right into the camera, and I went.
Yeah, but there was other messaging that he did. It wasn't just the Drake thing. It was other messaging. But what
there was
a lot.
No. There was a lot of messaging in it.
Oh
I know,
yeah.
I know.
What I will say is that
I sound out of touch.
Yeah, Jimmy's a boomer here.
He's old.
No, okay. I will say this: like, was it a good halftime performance for the stadium? Probably not.
No,
probably for the viewership at home, it was fucking awesome. It was amazing.
Right.
And I just dropped.
And I think that's.
Yes, I thought it was amazing.
That's more about what it was, in all honesty. But that goes to Jimmy's point. Was it a good Super Bowl performance for the people there? Probably not. It probably wasn't, because
their team was getting their ass handed to them.
Concert performance. I mean, it would have been. Super Bowl's different to me. Super Bowl, you got to be able to pull out universal hits. That
so that was what I was going to say.
Percentage of people would recognize.
Well, when you hear Usher,
hip hop fans absolutely loved it. Yeah,
then you absolutely know what it is, right? So like Usher, you know his songs, "Let It Burn." Yeah. Oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, you know those songs.
Catalog.
When Beyonce drops "Single Ladies," everybody knows.
Yeah, Rihanna, like, or the other one where you had Eminem and 50 Cent and Dre, and I mean,
but.
Maybe
so
you need more support
for the people there probably wasn't a good show, but I think they really did it more for the audience at home, like Wes said, because even the choreography of the whole entire thing, I'm like, this isn't very good looking down upon it, but in the camera, right, it is very good. Like when the camera's all up and close with them, it's really good. But when they show those overhead scenes and you're like, well, this is what everybody else is seeing, it's nothing, right? There's no big spectacle, fireworks, anything like that. Like, you know, like. For like Lady Gaga jumped down. This might have been for something different.
Wasn't Rihanna pregnant, like up in the air or something?
What I will say,
Brando, I will say it's the most boring Super Bowl halftime I've seen. Is that better? I don't want it to be like Kendrick's not good at what he does, and he doesn't need to be celebrated because he does. But for me, when it comes to the Super Bowl, you're looking for a different type of show. At least I was.
The reality is the NFL had an opportunity to have Lil Wayne.
Yeah, they did.
Halftime performance. Yeah, in New Orleans, that is his home. That's his home.
Why didn't they do it?
But what? Because he hasn't done anything in forever.
But if you look at his catalog, though, like,
that doesn't matter. It's the catalog. It's the universal catalog. If Lil Wayne says one word and you automatically know the song.
Yeah, and then there's 10 of those. He could have done a million. That stadium would have been freaking going crazy.
But you go through this. But you just with Lil Wayne, it's the same thing. Like, will the audience there know though? Because it's the same audience for Lil Wayne that it is for Kendrick, pretty much. I'm assuming.
No, I disagree.
He's a lot older.
I'm not
around for a while, I guess.
I will recognize everything Lil Wayne does, and I didn't recognize 90% of the stuff that Kendrick did.
But
that's because a lot of it was from his new album, and then a lot of it was from tracks that he just released dissing Drake. So if you didn't follow any of that, then you didn't know.
You think maybe he needed more supporting?
Yeah, I think you should have brought
people out. Seem to pop off when there's multiple.
You should have brought people out.
Yeah.
Hold on. C Black, thank you for that super chat. Super appreciate that. And yeah, absolutely can move forward with Sam as cap. No, I actually made that a point in the beginning of the show. I think for a lot of people, they're going to be like, Sam is my Captain America now.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. We probably took too long on that. All righty.
Okay. It's a big topic.
Yeah, definitely a big topic. Okay. Hit or miss The Rock movies. I'll change it up, let's farm some greens. Jimmy?
C Black, thank you for the $2 super. Did Nate Moore get fired for Cat 4?
Not that I heard. I don't think so.
I didn't hear that. The Rock movies. Which Rock movies?
All of them. All encompassing.
So I feel like his earlier movies were better. You go back to like Rundown and
so that's what came to my mind at first. Yes, those two movies come to my mind at
those
first.
Movies are great, but then as his catalog grew, it seems like it's gone down a little bit. The Christmas one, the Red one, the one he did with
one was not bad.
It wasn't great, good. It wasn't good. The one he did with Ryan Reynolds and Gal Gadot.
That wasn't bad either.
That wasn't good. It was
Dude,
boring.
They all are a blur. If it has red or one in the freaking film title, I don't know which one it is. Straight up.
He's in the Kevin Hart league of now. Central Intelligence with him and Kevin Hart was good.
That was great.
That was good. James Chavez.
I'm sorry, but you're in.
$4.99 super chat. Riddle me this: how many movies have they made of Iron Man, and how many movies have they made of Batman? Enough said.
Hey, James.
So here's the thing: all of you, Batman. I don't even want to say the word. Batman's been pushed a lot longer. Batman's been an A-side character since like the 40s. Iron Man has been a B character until the MCU came and people realized how freaking awesome he is.
And he still see
okay, but let's be honest. I'm
not even going to celebrate that this is your first super chat on live stream.
I will. Thank you, James Chavez. You're awesome. But think about this. Is it Iron Man or was it partially, or maybe even a little bit more than partially, due to Robert Downey Jr.'s performance of Iron Man?
Doesn't matter. He's performing as Iron Man.
But if it was Tom
movie
Cruise,
made a character.
That is a stupid take, and that does not make any sense.
A good movie made a character.
That's a stupid take. I mean, then we could go to Nipple Batman. He sucked.
Yeah, but there's other instances of Batman.
You're right, because they spam you one every 4 years until now, and you get one every 6 years.
Yeah.
There's only one Iron Man, and he's great. C Black, $2. Are we getting a Fox and Sony characters in DD?
Doomsday?
Daredevil?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, Daredevil? I don't know.
Oh,
I think we're out of that, aren't we?
No.
Fox?
What are you talking about? The whole Deadpool's universe right now that he's in is the 10,005 Fox universe.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they're totally. Yeah, no, they're totally. Okay. Sony, I don't know about that. You would think they'd let Venom come in, you know? I want to say yes for just Venom on that. Like, is it Morbin?
I forgot about that.
I don't think so, right?
Well, are we getting, like getting Gambit back?
Oh, for sure. Oh, gosh, yeah.
Oh, and there's only one blade.
It's only ever going to be one.
All right. Random topics. We got to move on. All right, Borderlands 4 dropped a new trailer releasing in September this year. Since it's a Take-Two game, it narrows down the release window for GTA 6.
Why are we talking about games that don't exist?
Take-Two came out and said GTA 6 is still on track for this year.
Yeah, they reaffirmed. They said it. But then they're like, an investor asked the question, is the release window still the same? They said, we are reaffirming the release date of this year. That means we already kind of know. We already know when Borderlands 4 is releasing.
Happening. Bada boom, bada bing.
That means possibly October.
You know what we're going to do for whatever episode when it drops? We're not even going to do we're not even going to do a podcast. We're going to do a live stream and us three are going to play it together.
You can't play a game that's not real.
True. But you can play the Witcher.
All right. Super Bowl thoughts. Kendrick Lamar's performance.
I had to put it again.
Him putting Drake on blast in front of the entire world. I mean, that moment was crazy. Don't get me wrong.
That moment where he's walking, he stops,
and he cheeses. That's great. That's awesome for him to do that in that moment.
Well, and you know why it makes it better is because Drake's suing them for that. Like him.
Oh, I'm sure lawsuits also fly out the door.
They have the same. They have the same label.
And did he say his name? Did he say Drake?
Yeah. Say Drake, yeah.
He said
Drake. He also said I want to play their favorite song, but I know they like to sue.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Well, they're suing the crap out of him for that too. Defamation.
100%.
Well, and Drake's suing his own
100 million people
because they're going, dude, you saw this song, it's defamation going to hurt me.
Yeah.
And you released it.
Yeah. So now it's like Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well,
you are adding crap to the random topics as we go. Stop it.
No, I'm not. No, I didn't.
Really? The next topic is best Super Bowl halftime show. What?
Yeah.
You're asking.
Yeah. That's a.
I thought you were just
general motherfucker.
No,
put my hands up, dude. I thought it was a good topic.
For me, it's Eminem, Snoop, Dre, 50 Cent. I thought that was really good.
Nope. Prince. Okay. Purple Rain.
Prince was good. Prince was really good.
One of the best. Probably the. Maybe the Michael Jackson, but
where would you put all the rap icon ones? That one was good. It was really good.
Solid. I'd put that top 5 for sure. But like you got the Prince one, you've got the Michael Jackson.
Prince was I didn't see the Michael Jackson. Did you see it?
I watched the YouTube video. Like I didn't like.
Yeah, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan.
Seen like the behind the scenes.
I mean, him and Prince. Well, I don't think anybody ever could outperform Michael Jackson on stage.
Bro, the behind the scenes of that Michael Jackson one where he's like, the dude's like, was like, come on,
like he made the guy wait 2 minutes.
Yeah, or something, yeah. He's like, come on, Mike. Come on, pull the glasses off. It's time.
Why am I seeing that? I saw that like yesterday and the day before.
I did too. Yeah,
talking about it.
Yeah, well, that's because I also had it in my algorithm again.
That's random. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Chat, best Super Bowl halftime show. The Weeknd. I don't remember.
The Weeknd was the one. I will say a lot lot of people
hated the Weeknd one. That one.
The COVID one. Yeah.
Imagine Dragons is awesome too. Yeah.
I thought Weeknd was kind of lackluster in all honesty.
But for what he had to work with, because it was like the first COVID like halftime.
Wild.
Like, you know, like it was unique, it was different, but he also has some good songs, and like, you know,
he's got some good songs. I'm not like he really turned me off because he helped produce and he was in a show called The Idol, which had Jennie from Blackpink, like one of the most famous K-pop idols in it ever. And the show was so bad that I just like, I hear his name now and I'm like,
I had Johnny Depp's daughter in it too, right?
Yeah. And
all right, I don't want to be insensitive, but I don't know anything about Duolingo viral marketing.
Wait, you don't know about this?
Yeah.
Look at how many viewers. I'm gonna pull it up on the stream for
you. With heavy hearts.
You know what Duolingo is?
Known as the Duolingo Alice. No, I've never heard of this. Authorities are currently.
Duolingo is a app to help you learn different languages.
Okay. Well, it's like
the icon is an owl, and when you do the stuff, all the lessons and stuff, the owl is there, like cheering you on.
So they said he's dead.
Yeah, they killed him. Yeah, he's dead.
That's brilliant.
Look. So their thing is called Duolingo, and this is the Duo Owl. Look at the very last sentence.
We appreciate respecting Dua Lipa's privacy.
Dua Lipa's privacy. It's like what? They just are throwing random crap out there to make people talk about it, and it's working. It's a great marketing strategy. It really is.
I actually want to pull up their.
I was like, did they just say Dua Lipa? And I had to reread the whole thing. I'm like,
that's
oh
smart.
My gosh,
that's smart. That's smart.
I'm like, they're just trolling.
What would how would that work if we did that? Like if next week we said, and we faked Warren's death and we said Warren's gone and we're going to do the multiverse.
I got to play this video for you guys.
That's viral marketing, right?
So this is
and then Warren jumps in the next time. Guys, everybody, they'd laugh, right? It'd be funny.
No. So this is on the Duolingo like TikTok account right here, right? But it says there's got to be.
I'm deaf, so I hope this is a set.
There's got to be a Zoomer that's running this account because like this is crazy.
He's bouncing off my booty cheeks. I love the way he rides. I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep.
Okay.
Oh no, right. It's genius. I mean, it's genius, man.
119 million views. You can't argue with it.
Exactly.
I'm out of my depth, guys. I'm out of my depth.
Chat knows.
That's where I'm at. All right. It's time for One Must Go.
One Must Go time, guys. Here we go.
Are we ready? I don't know what you mean by that. You watch my channel and it's interesting.
I don't even know what that song is, Justin.
Which channel you're talking about? But anyways, all right.
But I do like country. I like all music. You should. My Spotify playlist is literally every genre you could think of, including jazz.
Mine's well, no, I don't have jazz on mine. I don't have country on mine. I can't.
Have a lot of classical too.
I like after listening to the Bo Burnham country song where he was just memeing on it. I can't see country. I can't listen to it anymore.
I like rap, punk rock, and K-pop, and I guess normal pop, but really K-pop.
Spider X, did I miss any important Batman talk? No, sir, you didn't.
You know, yeah, you watch Jimmy get pwned in Batman arguments, and he even
nobody
said,
says
you are right.
Warren, nobody says
right. Batman is better than Iron Man.
Nobody says pwned.
I just said it, Jimmy. So obviously,
I'm a man and I don't care.
I'm a man and I don't care.
Okay, One Must Go time. Let's go.
Okay. Stray Kids, a lot of people, yes.
All right.
Well, One Must Go. Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Shrek, The Incredibles.
Oh, I'm gonna get roasted for this. The Incredibles is gone.
Oh, you are gonna get roasted for that. That movie's amazing.
So are the other three.
Incredible.
So are the other three.
I'm gonna Toy Story. Where's our list here? I don't even know.
We're canceled. We're done.
I don't care. Finding Nemo's fantastic. I'm not gonna go to Shrek. I'm not getting rid of The Incredibles.
You can't get rid of Woody and Buzz. The first one? You need to think.
It's funny because my nephew and my niece, they're super into Toy Story right now. For Christmas, I got the Buzz Lightyear, the extendable wings, all that's
Mike, you're getting rid of Shrek. No, you're getting rid of guys.
Bro, I'm not getting rid of Finding Nemo so I can have my name back.
So you can have your name back. Finding Nemo was such a good story.
Exactly. I'm not getting rid of it.
The Incredibles is just a superhero movie.
The Incredibles is the Fantastic Four. Like, I'm not getting rid of it.
Can't get rid of Toy Story, man.
I'm Finding Nemo. Toy Story has a lot of heart in it too. But
yeah, you need to back up. You're probably your heart's telling you, okay, let me do Finding Nemo. Let me walk this back.
No,
I
really didn't have to hesitate when I said Toy Story. To be honest,
can stay lost.
Right?
Because here's the deal. This is exactly what this is. Like, if you had to say, hey, you have to watch these movies, start with the one you want to watch the most. I'd go
Shrek.
Incredibles, Shrek, Finding Nemo.
Mine's gonna be Shrek, Toy Story, Finding Nemo, Incredibles.
Well, that's why we're different.
Yep. Shrek, The Incredibles, Toy Story, Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo's
gone. Dono, thoughts on X-Men casting rumors so far?
I like them.
Let's put that as a topic for the next show. That's something we can discuss. Will you screenshot that?
That'd actually be a good.
Yeah.
Like to spend some time on that. But briefly, I'm liking it. I like the younger cast. They should be around for a long time. So casting like the younger 20s, mid 20s is pretty good.
Yeah, smart.
And casting not such huge actors for the younger roles is very
new people. Let the
MCU make them into these gigantic people.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
All right,
thank you for super chat.
Next up, we have One Must Go, Arrow, The Flash, and Daredevil shows.
Look, I tried to watch Arrow. Arrow's been on forever. Like in the very beginning, wasn't he on an island?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just lost me. Walking Dead
me. Oliver Queen, and for the last 5 years I've been
Arrow Walking Deaded me. There was just too much of it. It just kept going and going and going and
sometimes you can do too much.
First 3 seasons of Arrow was peak.
Yeah. No.
I remember the first season it was good. I was interested, and then I just got bored. Never watched The Flash, and Daredevil shows I loved. So,
I thought you were about to say you've never watched The Flash and Daredevil. I'm like, bro, you have.
No, I never watched the CW whatever Flash. So I'm gonna get rid of Flash.
I'm getting rid of the Arrow, and if you've seen The Flash, you'd get rid of the Arrow as well.
Okay,
get rid of the Arrow.
The thing is, like, I feel what you're saying, Warren, but I feel like Arrow, like, it really started a new generation of DC comic book shows. And if it like Arrow walked so the Flash could run.
Yeah, but you just kind of have to look at it for what it is. Like,
so it started a whole slew of low budget C+ comic,
but with really good writing. Like, what's funny is the writing for Arrow was amazing, but then the dude left to make the Flash, and then the Flash got peak and Arrow got really bad.
Gotcha.
So it's like, yeah. But yeah, no,
we all agree Daredevil stays.
Daredevil definitely, yeah. That's one of the best Marvel
shows
IPs
ever.
Yeah.
No, it's just one of the best shows ever.
Yeah, in general, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One Must Go. Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, and Denis Villeneuve.
Quentin Tarantino, see you out the window. I don't know who Denis Villeneuve is. Who is that?
Dune.
Hold on. I always thought Dune was a little boring.
Dune 1 and 2. He should have won Best Actor or Best Director.
Quentin Tarantino's the one with the mouth, isn't he? Isn't he one that says stupid stuff?
Yeah, but he made Django, and
we're talking about his movies though.
Hateful Eight.
Okay, Dennis, you're gone. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry about that. Yeah. You're not getting rid of Christopher Nolan.
And no. Dennis, I think he did. Didn't he help with the cinematography for the Batman? Am I tripping?
Well, that's why he's got to go.
I mean, he didn't make it, but
yeah.
I mean,
I don't like Quentin as a person that I've seen in interviews, I guess, is why I said him.
Well, what all has he super done?
Quentin Tarantino did Kill Bill, right?
Oh yeah, he did all the Kill Bills.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Dennis did
he did
Blade Runner.
Bastard.
Yeah, and he did Django.
Arrival.
I mean, Inglourious Bastards is one of my favorite.
Oh,
movies.
that's a really good.
He did Reservoir Dogs. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of Dennis.
Yeah,
Dennis with one in, you're gone.
Yeah.
Go. Next up, one must go. The Witcher, The Last of Us, Arcane, and Fallout TV series.
Get rid of the Pokemon.
Arcanine. It's Arcane, Jimmy.
Oh my gosh.
We're talking 8 weeks about, he's done this so far.
Talking about the movies.
See you later.
For shows,
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Fallout, but I've heard amazing things about it.
If you could watch it and not get like grossed out in the couple gross like hardcore scenes, you would probably enjoy it.
I'd probably say get rid of The Last of Us then.
Arcane.
You know what? I'm getting rid of The Witcher.
How
the
can
show?
You're a hypocrite.
Because The Witcher season 1 was good, but that's
fantastic. But it goes down.
Stuff fell off. I mean, the lead guy left. Like Henry Cavill was like, "This is not."
Noah. I'm going to give you a chance to delete that and pick a different one, buddy. Trust me.
Yeah, no, you gotta rewatch Fallout. Or
people like what they like.
That's true. But yeah, no, The Witcher's going bye. Okay. One must go. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Adele, and Rihanna.
Okay, so hold on.
Gonna say it.
Adele has the best singing voice to me out of all 4 of those. Like hits the hardest to me. Taylor Swift, I mean, a lot of her older stuff definitely
iconic.
And I would say the same about Beyonce. I mean, wasn't Beyonce part of Destiny's Child?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I got to go Rihanna.
I'm getting rid of Beyonce.
Really?
I've never really been a huge Beyonce fan. I don't hate her by any means or dislike her. I'm talking music, right? I'm talking music, not personality. Yeah, I just, of course she has her huge
Old school Taylor's pretty good. What are you talking about?
Taylor's very good. Old school Taylor is very, very good. But I've never been a super huge fan of Beyonce's music.
Beyonce kind of fell off. Like, I mean, I know she.
I was gonna say
she just got the country Grammy.
But the thing is like she won that, but I have not heard a single Cowboy.
I've never heard the song. I've never heard the songs. And all I because we don't listen to country. Right, and all I can think of is like Single Ladies when I hear her.
Oh, Single Ladies.
Or Survivor, but that was Destiny's Child, which was a banger. But she's got great songs, but there's a lot of Taylor Swift songs I love.
To the left, that one was good.
Just fantastic. And Rihanna,
the best vocals, the best lungs is definitely
Adele's amazing.
It's Adele.
And Rihanna has so many bangers to me. Like,
oh, dude,
Rihanna's got so many bangers, and I like
they
her.
all do. I mean, they all do. Adele probably has the least amount of bangers. Yeah.
Well, but when it comes to music that I like, I not recent Taylor Swift, but like you said, old Taylor Swift, Adele, and Rihanna. Like, I'm sorry, I got to get rid of Beyonce.
Yeah. All right. Hot take time.
Hot take time. You ready, guys?
We should call it stupid takes.
Yeah, not West.
I mean, sometimes we agree, sometimes we agree. So we can't call them stupid takes.
Again,
sometimes we agree with them.
These are not my opinions. This is just hot takes, okay?
Yes, the disclaimer it so it doesn't get hate.
C Black, thank you for the $2. Vulture Magazine just dropped an article about Cat 4.
Ooh.
We're definitely going to talk more about Cat 4 next
when
episode.
These guys have seen the movie for sure.
Yeah.
Hot take. HBO needs to stop making Game of Thrones spin-offs. It's time to put that IP to rest. Just take it out back and old Yeller.
It's the same argument as Star Wars. Do you just stop because you can't pull away from the Skywalker saga? You can't do anything different. The ultimate answer is no, because if you're a fan of Game of Thrones and it stops, then you never get anything new to even try to test, and it's dead. It's done. You go back and we'll rewatch the stuff 82 times, but there's never anything to look forward to. So the ultimate answer is no.
But here's my deal. Why do a spinoff with like the same characters? Like, do completely different stories based in the same world.
Freaking Jon Snow and what's her name when she got on the boat?
Arya.
That's all anybody needs.
But I don't even want that story to continue, bro.
I don't like when they milk.
Well, what do you think about the buddy cop with the knight and his squire? Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be like an okay, probably like it'll probably be okay at best, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, hot take: the Super Bowl halftime show was incredible. You just have bad taste in music.
No, you can't say that. No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed it, but I followed everything that was happening with Kendrick and Drake. So I thought it was fantastic, but you have to think about the general population, right? Like, did everybody follow it? Probably not, right? I mean, he's very popular. He just won a bunch of Grammys, but to say somebody has bad taste in music because they didn't think that was incredible, I don't think that's right, right? Because, people may not like rap.
Yeah, jerk face.
Yeah, if you don't like rap, and this is like, I feel like very specific rap, right? Like you have to follow like the diss tracks and stuff like that. And then
Kendrick niche rap,
big brain rap.
Yeah. Big brain. Oh, don't get me wrong, Kendrick's incredible. The rap's amazing, but I'm saying I don't think everybody thinks like that. Key point, Jimmy doesn't think that, right? So it's, was it incredible for me?
I sit on my argument of I feel like a Super Bowl halftime should be almost sometimes a conglab, or it should be a catalog that has reached that echelon that a higher percentage of people would connect to. How's that?
Yeah, like
do I think his performance was bad? No. Do I think that he has millions and millions of fans that absolutely loved it? Absolutely. My argument is I don't feel like it wasn't meant for a Super Bowl halftime performance.
Well, yeah, what I think you mean is, you have to have a solid chunk of songs that literally everybody has heard.
As soon as you hear it. As soon as you hear it, no matter what.
Single Ladies, we just talked about
Universally,
Single Ladies by Beyonce, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, something like that, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The real Slim Shady.
The performances should always be tailored to the crowd, not the viewers at home.
Like, they're the ones paying like $10,000 a ticket.
Yeah, seriously, those are they're like out there,
yeah. And to be fair to Kendrick's performance, like dude, Kansas City was down like 24-0. Like,
it was a boring Super Bowl.
It doesn't matter like what happened in the halftime show. People were pissed. They were annoyed. But yeah. Okay, next up. Hot take. Captain America Brave New World critic reviews are awful, so that means it will be a great movie.
I'll go with that because I've spoken my mind about critics or people that get paid to people that get paid to give an opinion, but then you can tell when they lace it with some hate bait and just want to get the clicks and get their name out there or whatever. I could care less about what a critic says about a movie. I'm going to go take it in myself.
I don't think like you're very traditional critics, right? I don't think people care too much anymore about that.
Yeah.
Audience score is all I care about typically. Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes I don't even care about that because sometimes I just have weird taste. Sometimes
I'll listen to your opinion. I'll listen to your opinion of it. Is that going to sway me from going and watching it? No, but I mean, I'll take your opinion and formulate my own predictions and stuff, but that's not going to stop me from going and watching the movie.
Well, what's really funny is I actually like watching reviews after I've seen the movie.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah. I watch them
like, what were you thinking? I know why you made that review.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Okay. Hot take.
That's my goats.
Hot take. PlayStation has completely fallen from grace after the state of play. They should just become a publisher.
This is so agenda driven by Wes. No.
And that's fine. He makes it, right?
He writes it and makes it. And he's pissed off because we moved the podcast yesterday because he was going to follow the state of play or whatever because he was hoping for some big announcements and he didn't get anything. So he's being a little baby about it.
God dang right I am, dude. Like, what was that? PlayStation? Come on, dude. Just what's funny is like a game came out today. Avowed, I played it. Great game. I'll have a review up soon. But Jeff Keighley announced the second the reviews went live for Avowed, he posted the news that PlayStation sold 75 million like units. It's just wild. Like how he's not criticizing, how people aren't criticizing PlayStation right now is just beyond me. Like, I mean, they did completely, remove a lot of their executives. So
I mean, I'm all over my PS5. I'm playing Mortal Kombat 1 for the first time right now. I'm playing Titanfall 2 again.
W.
Have you guys seen that guy do the Mortal Kombat thing on Instagram or Reels or whatever? And it's about the girl inviting him over. He's like, I'm undefeated with Liu Kang. And she talking about get over here. I said, no, you get away from me, you Jezebel. Something like, have you guys seen that? We got to react to this. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh,
gosh, did you see it was like the finisher, but it was like Drake and Kendrick. Like Kendrick.
Oh, no.
On Drake. Dude, it was so... Like,
so,
they actually, like, fully, yeah, it was bad.
Real quick, I will say, though, like, and I like Drake, right? Kendrick won, but I like Drake. But can you imagine just, like, everybody pretty much already thought Kendrick won, and then the nail in the coffin, Kendrick gets the Super Bowl show? Like, oh,
probably,
yeah.
That hits so hard, you know what I mean? Like, oh.
Probably pissed.
I know. I was texting my buddy. I'm like, damn, like imagine being Drake. He's like, yeah, rich and surrounded by women all the time. Sucks to be him. I'm like, fair point.
Cyrax, have a good day, buddy. We normally won't go live at this time. And Finn Mike, what's
podcast this week? Okay, my bad.
Look at that. Finn Mike gave Captain America 8.5. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, hot take. They should put a pause on Doomsday and Secret Wars to build up the core Avengers team.
You know, the way things are now, they can't.
No.
Should they have like scheduled that in? Yes.
Yes.
Totally. Because that is a problem we have right now. Like,
hey, next episode we need to talk about Kang coming back too. Just make a mental note.
I was gonna put that this week, but yeah.
Well, we did it. There's no Avengers team right now. There's no. I mean, even in the Thunderbolts trailer, the Avengers aren't coming, right?
Thunderbolts.
Like, you know, a buddy of mine told me a theory that they think there's like, you know, he thinks, and the internet, a couple other people on the internet think that at the end of the Thunderbolts movie, they're gonna call themselves the Avengers at the end, and that's
the new Avengers or the West Coast Avengers.
Yeah. Well, right, and that's why I actually said that in some videos as well. I think that's what the asterisk is.
Yeah,
because they're like, we don't like the Thunderbolts name. You know, we there's no way we can be called that. You know, they tease that in the trailer. Bucky was an Avenger, right?
Mm-hmm. So do you think they come in hot as the Avengers in Doomsday, and he just literally?
So I literally heard a scoop from a reliable insider that says like, it's going to be awkward when two Avengers teams meet. And so, and it's old, basically buddy-ish people, you know, you're going to have Bucky's Avengers and Sam's Avengers, right? And then they're going to meet and they're like, well, we're the Avengers. Well, we're the Avengers.
Well, what about
both were Avengers, right?
About the young
Bucky
Avengers.
And Sam. Well, right. Yeah. But I mean, you know, the young Avengers can't come in to the older Avengers and be like, hey, we're the Avengers. Like, they can't do that, right? You know, there's no merit there. You can say, I want to be a part of the team, but you can't say you're your own Avengers.
Right.
Sure. Okay. Next up, hot take. James Gunn is failing with the Superman marketing. We should have gotten a trailer during the Super Bowl.
Dude,
what are they doing?
It wasn't even, they didn't even give us a trailer. They gave us, albeit the funny bowl cut, the only bowl I need.
Was pretty funny.
It was pretty good. Funny. But the Puppy Bowl, they didn't show anything.
They didn't
anything. I
don't think he's failing at marketing at all, because everybody's talking about Superman, whether it's negative, positive, or whatever.
But not show anything new. Like,
well, I think. Well, even Marvel only did Thunderbolts. They didn't show anything for Captain America. I think I really think
that's a miss too. That was dumb.
Well, no, what I think it is these studios are realizing, like, whether you advertise at the Super Bowl or not, like, it doesn't have that big of an impact.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everything goes viral on YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like,
people just need a good movie, you know? Like, a good movie will sell it.
I agree with Jay. Superman will be $1 billion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's gonna be competing with Fantastic Four as well. Like, it's gonna be
and Jurassic World, but, you know, I even did I did a thing on and well, it's kind of biased. I did a thing on my Instagram, but you know, I'm a Marvel guy. I said, I was like, what are you seeing? And I listed Jurassic World, Fantastic Four, Superman. I'm like, you know, obviously we can see them all, but if you had to pick one, you could only see one, and you know, overwhelmed with the Fantastic Four. But again, it's based. I'm a Marvel guy.
Yeah.
My account's mostly Marvel. So
all right, guys, that is it. I actually have to jet and go pick up some stuff for tomorrow for Valentine's Day. So
Ooh.
Chat. We appreciate the super chats. We appreciate you guys. We won't be doing this noon thing. We just had to do some scheduling stuff this time. Normally it'll be the 5 to 6.
Sorry, chat.
It's all good. Fantastic Four, first steps, has to be $1 billion. All right, we're going to cut it here. Iron Man better than Batman. Have a great day, guys.
Nope.
Yes, and
nope.
Batman is way better.
Peace.
Objectively.
Right, they can't hear you. We cut.
We are not cut. I am definitely the producer here.